Alright. Hey everyone, here for another battle report. We got Nick and myself again. I'm sure you're probably getting tired of seeing our army, so are we. But they're pretty much painted now, which is awesome.
Very, very, very close to being
Very
finished.
close. Very close for Nick, finished for mine. So I'm happy about that. Nick will be done this week, so we're going to a tournament down in Barrie.
Yep.
So for today's game, we're going to be playing 1650 points, ITC, with the missions from, what is it, Battlefield Barrie Path to Glory 2?
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
name of it. So we'll have a link to those missions in the description down below. Be sure to check it out. They're running a whole tournament series throughout the summer. So if you're interested, you're near Barrie, GTA area, maybe go check them out. But past that, so Nick, you've got your Daemons. We'll do a walkthrough of them in a bit. And I've got my Legion of Doom, as it were, which has been changed a little bit for 1650 as is your list.
Yep.
So with that, we're already set up. We already know what's happening. We're just waiting for the C's roll. So we'll do an overview of the armies and deployments and get back to that. Okay, here are Nick's Daemons. This is deployments. It's Dawn of War. So he's along here. Nick, what have you got for us?
I got 10 horrors here. Behind them, I got Be'lakor and Fate Weaver. I'm running 2 Demon Cads. Over here, I got 6 Screamers with a Mastery Level 3 Herald and the Book of Cheesiness. Bloodthirster here with a gift. He rolled the 18-inch Strength 8 AP one-shot.
Pick this guy up and show off your paint job, because this is fantastic.
Oh, well, thank you. It was actually a quick job. But so
the base is yet to be completed. But
yeah,
take a look at this guy.
I gotta finish the base and stuff. But yeah, he was
It's pretty snazzy.
pretty quick actually. Just several hours sessions this week while I was bored. Well, that we have the tournament. So then I have 10 Plague Bearers with a Herald of Nurgle with the -1 leadership bell, and he's got the Locus of Feel No Pain, so the whole unit has Feel No Pain. So they're going to play backfield. And then 2 infiltrating units of Nurglings.
Excellent. So the one thing we forgot to talk about was psychic powers.
Ah, yeah.
So we both have them written down. We'll be back to so what do you have for psychic powers, Nick?
Well, it'll be hard to understand my chicken scratch. Basically, Fate Weaver has got Summon Incursion, which is the one that allows him to make Plague Drones or Screamers.
The one that lost me the game last time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very good power. Shriek, Iron Arm, Prescience, and Molten Beam. So he'll probably just be more shrieking and he's also got the whole change, all the Zinch lore, which is pretty nifty actually. Otherwise, the Herald over there has Cursed Earth, and he's got Boon of Flame and Warp Flame. Or Zinch's Warp Flare or something. So basically, he can summon an Exalted Flamer, or he can. The other one is do a 9-inch Nova Strength D6, whatever.
Ignores cover.
Ignores cover, which is nice.
And both of those are actually really, really good against my list since we're playing ITC, so you can template. And the Exalted Flamers, of course, as I found out the hard way last time, don't count as movement course because you summon them in the psychic phase.
That's
so
right.
They move.
That's right. So yeah, it's about it. And Bellacor's got the standard telepathy, everything in town.
And what do your horrors have?
Horrors, you know what? I think I forgot to roll them.
Alright.
So you guys will find out on camera.
Oh, drama.
Drama, they'll go on Malefic. Incursion, so they'll take it.
Alright. And they're only a unit of 10, right?
They're only units.
Okay, so they've got Incursion and they've got the
Flicker Fire.
That's the one.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll be back with my list. So, this is our deployment. I'll start on my side since that's where we are. The big blobby Death Star is over here, and in there we've got a Wolfguard Battle Leader, Power Fist Storm Shield, another one of the same right here. One of them has 2 Fenrisian Wolves. They're colored on the base rings somewhere. We'll figure that out in a minute. Doesn't really matter while they're in a unit. The other one, same idea, sorry. And then we've got 2 Iron Priests. They've got bolt pistols, Thunderhammer, just normal loadout. 2 of them, those are these guys here, this dude and this dude. And one of them has 3 Cyber Wolves, these dudes here. And the other one has 2. And following up from that, we've got a Chaplain here with Power Fist and Lightning Claw on a bike. We have a Ravenwing Command Squad. We've got an Apothecary here. We've got the Banner here for the auto hit and run. And then we've got just a normal dude with a grenade launcher here. And finally, we've got a Librarius Conclave on bikes. All three of them have force axes and are white scars. Since this event is not using the new FAQ, so I've got so much hit and run, it's unbelievable. Moving over, we've got a unit of 3 Dark Angels Ravenwing Bikers. They've got Grav and Combi Grav on the champions, who are these guys. And then a second unit of the same thing. And then chilling way over here on the shelf, we've got 2 units of Close Combat Wolf Scouts that are both in reserves, both outflanking. So over on my side here, we've got 3 guys for the Lib Conclaves who said they do all have force axes, but they're modeled separately just to be able to tell them apart, and none of it are actual force weapons, just to make it easy. Except for the axe, of course. So the axe guy, we have Force, Invisibility, Hallucination, and Psychic Shriek. For the spear guy here, we've got Force, Iron Arm, Life Leech, and Smite. And lastly, on the claw dude here, we've got Force, Sanctuary, Vortex of Doom, the best power in the game, and Banishment. And that is it for my side. So with that, Nick, you've got first turn right now. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's necessarily to my advantage to seize, because I'm not going to be able to charge anything turn 1, I'm not going to be able to shoot anything turn 1, so you made sure you're out of range of my grav. So, I'm going to take the bottom of the turn. It gives me a little bit more scoring, potentially. So with that, we will be here with Demons turn 1. We forgot to film Nick's turn 1. So we're just going to do a full turn 1 recap. So, Nick, what happened in your turn here?
Not an awful lot. I booked the D-Thirster, so he's got a 3-up invulnerable. Moved everything out. These guys are flying. They went over here so that they can peer through the window and shoot at the grab guys, but only managed to shriek 1 off, but I'll take it. Other than that, between moving and turbo boosting, the Screamer Star went here. They casted Cursed Earth, so everybody within the 12-inch bubble has +1 their invul save, so the D-Thirster has a 2-up invul. So yeah, like honestly, there's not an awful lot. Just kind of trying to force Logan away from the objectives, keep him nervous, and trying to rack up points early before the hammer comes down.
All right. On my side here, Star just sort of swung around to the left here. Give me 8 points beginning of next turn. They are invisible. Nick managed to deny my Sanctuary on them. My bike unit that was here has zoomed off and turbo boosted into here, so maybe some pink horrors will charge, who knows. And my other guys are just sort of cowering in the ruins because unfortunately Grav is worthless against this list. So with that, we're going to go into Nick's turn 2. We got 3 points for objectives. Tell us what else happened. Yeah, those were words, I think. Tell us what else happened.
Not an awful lot. These guys keep backing off. They're just staying within 3 inches of the objective, but they're backing away from the Tornado of Doom over here. Bloodthirster is being a little cavalier, but so far I've been rolling well on the Grim, so he's at a 2+ invul save right now.
With Cursed Earth from those guys.
Yeah, with Cursed Earth from these guys. So everything here is being a little conservative, but so far I've been able to just bank on objectives and threaten with the Bloodthirster to, make Logan a little tentative. Be'lakor went up. He's trying to cast some magic on that unit, though Logan's been able to dispel. Other than that, not an awful lot. Not a lot of magic got off, but Cursed Earth did. Yeah, so other than that, just trying to play the objective game. Logan's doing well by hiding his bikes, so it's not an awful lot I can do right now trying to pick them off. Bloodthirster rolled for his gift the lance weapon, so I got lucky, rolled a 6, and took a wound off one of his Wolf Lords. Yep. So yeah, it's a fairly bloodless battle right now. But it's going to culminate into something big.
All right. Be back at the end of my turn 2. Legion of Doom turn 2. Nothing happened. We got banishment off on the D-Thirster, and we perils on it and took a wound. And then we got invisibility off on the big units and perils and became Super Saiyan, so that's cool. For movement, the star sort of moved around. I got myself into position to double charge the blue horrors, pink horrors, and the D-Thirster needing a 6-inch charge to be able to hit both and do a hell of a lot of damage. These guys made it in. These guys did not. So they're basically sitting ducks. They're invisible, which is about all they've got going for them, but that ain't pretty. So with that, I'm going to lose a whole lot of this unit this turn, and we'll be back at the end of Nick's turn 2. Turn 3, actually. Turn 3, we did fudge this a little bit because we actually forgot to record it before my turn. But for all intents and purposes, everything is as it was. So, tell us what happened.
Not an awful lot. I sent Bloodthirster on a suicide mission to kill as much as he can of that unit and tie it up at that corner of the table. He's grimmed and...
He's grimmed, you have banishment and prescience.
Prescience, yeah.
So he's on a 4+ invul save.
4+ invul save. So he charged that unit and wiped out 4 dogs, the blade dogs.
2 Cyber Wolves and 2 Fenrisian Wolves, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. They're all the same to me. They all die.
And they all bow before Zool. Kneel before Zool, pardon me, kneel before Zool.
And then on this side, the Screamer Star went this way to help clear out some scouts. And then the Plague Bears charged in and killed the rest of the scouts.
Yep.
Other than that, I scored 3 more points on that turn because of my 3 units. And Logan opted at the end to hit and run his guys here from my pink horrors or blue horrors or whatever. Yeah, other than that, tried to cast a bit of magic. Nothing really exciting happened.
Lots of bad dice for you.
Lots of bad dice for me, yeah.
Yeah, the trend we're seeing continue.
Yeah, exactly. So other than that, going into Logan's turn 3.
Cool, Legion of Doom, turn 3. So yeah, as Nick said, the last turn the Bloodthirster came in, killed a bunch of dogs. So he hit and run the star sort of this direction to be able to get that objective and get a recharge, but with the Thirster surrounded by dogs. Then over here, these guys hit and run at the end of combat, as Nick said, so they could get some grab shots on the Bloodthirster, who is chilling right about there. Over here, my bikes moved up, and we're going for just a long bomb charge on the Nurglings, hoping to chill in combat, but otherwise we're doing pretty much nothing. They failed, of course, as they are still here. And then over on this side, we had my unit of scouts charge into the Screamers, and they killed 2, including combat res, and took, I think, no wounds in return? Yeah, nothing in return, due to some poor dice for Nick. So with that, Nick is still way ahead in this game. He's got, well, I guess we're actually tied on kill points, but Nick is up 6 to my 2 on the primary. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. For the shooting phase here, I guess I should mention the important part. The Bloodthirster was down to 2 wounds left? 1 wound left? 1 wound left, I think.
No, he had 3 wounds.
3 wounds to start, right. The grab took off 1 or 2?
2 wounds,
2 wounds, he was left with 1. Plasma Talons did nothing. The Bolters did nothing. The Bolt Pistols did nothing. The Grenade did nothing. And then a crack grenade killed him.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah.
Disappointing.
Yeah, that's not a good way to go. Alright, anyway, with that, these guys are chilling here. So I will get an objective, hopefully, next turn. But past that, it's looking pretty grim on primary for me. So we're going to go into Nick's turn 4. Take it away.
So same old. I scored my 3 points that I've been scoring all game. Without the D-Thirster now, it's going to be a little trickier because Logan can start pretty much moving up the table without me kind of threatening him. What I did here is I moved up the plague bearers here to assault the scouts. Basically got Be'lakor and Fate Weaver out of dodge. In the psychic phase, Fate Weaver rolled well and was able to kill the 3 bikes there to score me a point and to preserve the, to prevent them from charging the Nurglings, but the star may do that. Be'lakor casted some magic as well. Didn't get terrified, but did get dominate off on Logan's big unit, and he took a wound in the process from perils. In combat, I charged over here, which what I thought should have been basically a kill point, but Logan killed 2 plague bearers, and between the double attacks, the herald, the screamers, I only killed 1 scout. My rolling was hot garbage. At the very least, this shows me that my list doesn't need to roll well to at least perform. So that's not
There
too
you
bad.
go. That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So, anyways, so they're going to be stuck in combat with the scouts. Eventually, I should hope to kill them. So yeah, it'll go into Logan's turn 4, and I think I'm up on points so far.
By a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Turn 4. It's not looking good, boys. Not looking good. So, start split up. Get an Iron Priest and his 2 doggies over here, and to get that objective, I should say. And the rest went up here to kill some Nurglings, get a kill point, and grab that objective. Bubble wrap a little bit. Over on the far corner, we have the cultists. Not the cultists. I keep thinking of the cultists. Wolf Scouts. Wolf Scouts still in combat with the plague bearers and screamers. And then over here, we move these bikes up to charge in on these horrors, of which there were 3. So, the dice gods continue to mock both of us with this, basically. So these guys made their charge into the plague bearer, the Nurglings, wiped them out and got their consolidates. Back here, 2 Hammer of Wrath, 4 attacks, killed 1. And then they did nothing in return, sort of as expected. But Nick rolled, like a 6 fear leadership test, so they only lost 1 wound, so still 1 guy left. So not great, and that was with almost everything I rolled wounding. Nick just got really hot saves, which happens. Then over here, my luck finally ran out, and my Wolf Scouts bit the dust without, I think they killed like a Plague Bear in return. So nothing too great there. So end of turn 4, our scores are at Nick with 9 on primary, I have 3. And secondary, Nick's got 4 to my 2, because I just apparently cannot kill anything. So like that's Nick's dead pile, which is a fair bit of stuff, but it's only 2 full units. So anyway, with that, we're going into Nick's 5. Nick's turn 5. What happened?
Again, it's dice are. I'm gonna win despite dice. Not a whole lot. Be'lakor Vector Strike this unit, killed the Apothecary. Beatty flew this way, didn't cast anything. I grimmed the star, but I kept everything outside of 24 inches of Logan's Death Star. Here I thought I was doing something clever, but again, read the rules before you do something. There was a misunderstanding and then it ended up biting me in the ass. The Horror casted Incursion to create Plague Drones, which I thought would assault move, challenge this, and I'd get this. But I understood that if you come in Deep Strike, you end up on top of the building. Apparently that's not how it works. Anyways, they showed up on here, mishapped, I rolled a 1, and I forgot to use my Fate reroll. So anyways, that whole conundrum gave Logan 2 free kill points for nothing. Anyway, try not to be too sour about that. I think I'm still in a decent position though. Yeah, that's about it. Logan's turn 5, he'll get 3 points or something.
Yeah, that sounds about right, yep.
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll be back at the end of my 5. Potentially the end of the game, bottom of 5. So this dude was over here to give me points. Those guys were over there to give me points. And these guys got me a point. But there's pretty much nothing I could do. I would not have been able to get over here to charge. It would take me basically 2 turns before I get there, so high chance the game would finish before I could do anything. Plus I wouldn't get any points as a result of it anyway, except for possibly kill points, but unlikely with Grimoire Screamers. So, and Cursed Earth actually over there, and a huge disadvantage for Psychic for me. So I gambled. I wanted to see if I could shoot Be'lakor out of the sky. I could not. So he's hanging out, flapping his wings. So with the scoring right now, we are at, for Nick, 3, 6, 9, 11 points on primary to my 6. For secondary, we're both at 4 kill points. And then tertiary, I would have Conqueror, I would have Last Laugh, I would have...
Linebreaker.
I have Linebreaker, and there is a 4th one.
Do you have to physically kill it, or does it just have to die?
Have to check the wording.
Yeah.
I have to check the wording. And the last one was something. Anyway, we'll take a look. We'll come back and do a post game anyway. So, yeah, chances are Nick wins by a lot, but we'll see how it goes. So, Nick, with your official casino dice, let's see if the game ends. It does not. We have a turn 6. Oh, no. All right, back at the end of Nick's turn. What happened?
Not an awful lot. Be'lakor moved this way. Tried to Vector Strike, didn't cause a wound. He dominated this unit. Fady came over here, Shriek, but then rolled 2 1s and a 2, so couldn't kill that unit. He was able to kill 1 with Flicker Fire, but Logan passed his save, or passed his leadership test.
Warflame, yeah.
And Warflame. So other than that, not an awful lot. I moved the Screamers over there to get Linebreaker. Yeah. So there was really nothing else for me to do. I can't really contest any of the points Logan's scoring, so I was hoping to get 2 there, but what are you gonna do? So
All right.
go to Logan's.
Turn 6. These guys were dominated, failed their test to move, so didn't move. Psychic phase, they got Invis off, and then failed their test to get Sanctuary, so no Sanctuary. And then over here, these guys just sort of spread out, so I got some decent lookouts or possibilities, which will probably go south. Tried to Bolt Pistol Be'lakor, missed. And then over here, this guy is cowering, trying to avoid some Fate Weaver. With that, once again, we're at the possible end of the game. Nick, oh, I get to roll this time. All right, 4 up, we have a turn 7. We do not have a turn 7. Good game.
Good game.
Awkward left-handed handshake. All right, so I've not heard back from the guy who wrote these submissions, so we're a little unclear as to how Last Laugh is actually working. If it's at last actual unit killed, like in combat by shooting whatever, pretty sure you get that point, right?
It would have been this.
Would have been the scouts.
Yeah.
But if it's the last unit that died, it's actually my point from the incursion perils over there and the mishap. Mm-hmm. So we're probably going to 4 up that. You good with that?
Sure.
All right. So 4 up, it's me. 1 to 3, it's you.
Sure.
All right. So your point.
Okay.
Outside of that, Nick does win primary by 3 points. I managed to catch up a little bit at the end, but not quite enough. And on secondary, we actually had a perfect tie. So, for tertiaries, so you've got 8 points for your primary. I can't write with my left hand, so we'll just talk through this. So you've got 8 points for your primary.
Okay.
Then you've got 0 on secondary, because it's a tie. Mm-hmm. And then you have Linebreaker and Last Laugh.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 points. So you've got 10 total. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to have Linebreaker, Conquest, which is control 3 objectives.
Yep.
I've got Big Game Hunter. So it's 10 to 3.
Cool.
All right. Yeah, the D-Thirster, if I'd made that charge early on in the game, I probably could have gotten much further ahead, I think. But failing that, kept him basically in play for another 2 turns, which was 2 turns I couldn't branch out and actually get any scoring done. And meanwhile, my scouts were sitting over here getting sacrificed. So it's tough. Nick's list is actually pretty hard for me to deal with. It's very, very fast. It's got high invul saves. And with the D-Thirster, Yeah, I mean, I underestimated this thing to begin with. It didn't really kill anything, but it's such a high value distraction that I have to deal with it. Otherwise, like if I get caught out of position by that, we were having a discussion earlier. So I mean, if you look at my unit now, if he D-Thirster's over here and charges in, it's no big deal. He's gonna kill a couple dogs, maybe get like my grenade launcher or something, right, for base contact. But if D-Thirster's over here and swings, he's taking out my banner, my chaplain, and probably my my warlord there. So it's tricky positioning. You have to be conscious of it when you're playing against it, in my opinion. Anyway, be different with a slightly different list on my side, but this is what I got, so this is what I'm running. Yeah, Nick, any closing thoughts on that? For your list, the missions?
No, the mission's a little different. We're used to Maelstrom. Without Maelstrom, I don't know. I like it because I feel like you can plan for it, and you know the regular ITC of rolling. You know, although they mitigate it with the rolling 3 dice pick 2, it still favors like ultra mobile MSU armies because it's like, you know, then if somebody rolls an objective at the other end of the table, they're able to do that. Whereas if you don't have that kind of army, then you can't. So so it's like other than Battle Company and Eldar, the rest are kind of stuck in that regards. So this way you can plan, you can sort of say, okay, I'm going to do this, take care of that. I like the D-Thirster with the Armor Scorn. A lot of people knock him in my circle of competitive friends.
That Armor Scorn is money.
Yeah.
Money. It keeps him from being doubled out with Enfeeble. It's really good.
And it means like
my forces wounding him on 6s instead of 5s.
Yeah, Plasma Talons wound him on 4s. I don't know, it's just I think it's kind of neat. Also gives him Adamantium Will, so I have a better chance at denying psychic tests against him. And also, like Logan said, he's a threat. He doesn't kill an awful lot. He only killed 4 dogs, but he meant that Logan for 3 turns was in this corner of the board.
Yeah.
So to me, that was worth enough for me to just rack up points.
Well, that's what gave you the win on primary, basically, right? If
Yeah.
I had been able to move out a turn earlier, I would have gotten a lot more points, denied you points.
Yeah, we'd probably be tied, or you'd probably be up by 1 or 2 if that wasn't the case. So yeah, he didn't kill a lot this turn. Well, him versus Wolfstar. Let's be honest.
He's not going to kill much.
Yeah, but he's still threat enough that he can't be ignored. So I like him.
Cool. All right, well, that is that. As always, thanks for watching. You can check out our stuff, of course, on our YouTube channel that you're watching this on, youtube.com/OnePlusArmor. Nick, you're on Twitter. What's your handle?
At OnePlusNick.
I'm at OnePlusLogan. And of course, you can check out our websites. We've got OnePlusArmor.com. And Nick, you actually run a blog now, right? Wargamers blog?
Wargamersblog.com.
All right, so check that out. Lots of stuff on there. There's an Age of Sigmar painting competition going on.
Yep.
Sort of weekly, bi-weekly articles on there. Anyway, this video is going to be out before Barrie Bash. So if you're at Barrie Bash, if you're going to Barrie Bash, sorry, you'll see us there. This is one of the missions. Past that, be sure to check out a lot of the other events. We got the Quebec City Open coming up at the end of October, I think it is, which should be fun. Max Dubois is running that. And of course, we've got Capital City Bloodbath coming up. Nick, tell us all about Capital City Bloodbath.
I'm not organizing it, but I know that it's a 3-day event happening at the end of August.
Yep, 21st to, or 19th to 21st.
Oh, so near the end of August, like 3rd week of August. It's, it's building into a nice little convention. So pretty much if you play a miniature war game, there's a good chance, or one of the popular ones, a good chance that there's stuff for you there, like War Machine, 40k, Age of Sigmar. Friday has doubles, then there's the grand tournament.
Yep, we got Batman, we got X-Wing as well.
There you go. So sign up, I'll be there, so you'll get to see me. That's another benefit of going to the tournament.
There you go. See it, August 19th to 21st, Ottawa, Ontario at the EY Center. All the info you could ever want is over at capitalcitybloodbath.com. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me, Logan, either on our Facebook page, OnePlusArmor, on YouTube comments on this video, on Twitter, however you want. Our email addresses for those of us organizing it are all on the website. So, pardon me, check that out. And past that, thanks for watching.